So imagine this happened. I quit being a real estate coach and I'm actually opening up a competing firm directly opposite your office. So we're going head to head. Who's going to win? It's a great question, right? Because naturally you think, well, I don't know, who would win? Well, you should absolutely win in your marketplace and you should beat me every day of the week. And the reason for it is that you've got something that I don't actually have in your particular area. You've got market expertise, you've got knowledge, you've got a ton of relationships, and in addition to that, you're in a position that you're a skilled practitioner who's actually known by the people in your marketplace. Now, if I sit up across the road, I don't have any of those things. But naturally, if all of a sudden I get my first open for inspection, I start working the buyers, I start working the neighbors, then you and I are going to be competing for exactly the same pool of sellers because naturally we're going to be working those people that are actively in market today. But yeah, you've got these incredible data sets that you're just not doing much with. Think about it. What is it? We've got all of these market appraisals. We don't call them back. We've got a ton of past clients. We can't ring them. We've got all these landlords. Oh no, that's the property manager's job. And naturally, you actually lose all of the competitive advantage. You know what they've worked out? A competitive advantage that's not used is no longer a competitive advantage. And now more than ever before, what you've got to be doing is you've got to be playing the game in a very different way. What would actually happen if you got on the phone and rang every market appraisal you've ever done in your career? This is what great agents do. One of my best, you know what he does? He's actually in a position that every single Friday takes himself for a coffee at the local coffee shop and reads over the name and the street address of every market appraisal he's ever done inside of his entire career. Naturally, he has a quick look at those names that might twig a few memories. All of a sudden, he saw someone the other week at Bunnings, and the other week he saw that person when he was dropping the kids off at school, and naturally he thinks, I'm just going to ring them, and before you know it, he's got that person buying that person's house, and that person selling to that person buying over there, and the whole thing literally starts to get moving. You see, we operate in a world where everyone was about marketing. You know, do you remember the real estate agents on Instagram? What were they saying? Sold for a record price. Naturally, sold for 200 grand above reserve. Hashtag strategy. Where's your strategy now? And this is ultimately what great agents realize is that in a market like this, it's not just marketing, it's also relationships. You've got to have great relationships with the buyers, great relationships with the sellers. You've got to show people how much you care, and you actually have to be interested in the customer that you're going to work with. Now more than ever before, find the data set that's going to make you great. Get on the phone, ring your customers, build great relationships, and you'll literally have an incredible career.